Good day, students. Myself, Dr. Monica Khetarpal, Associate Professor of Physics, Government Dungar College, Bikaner. In my lecture series of MSc Previous Physics, I am dealing with the first paper, Classical Mechanics. In my previous lectures, we have derived Lagrangian equation of motion. Lagrangian means kinetic energy minus potential energy. Depending upon the number of generalized coordinates, there will be, suppose if we have n generalized coordinates, then there will be n second order Lagrangian equation of motion. Now, we are switching over from Lagrangian to Hamiltonian. Why we are switching from Lagrangian approach to Hamiltonian? I will explain that first. Then we will start our today's lecture, what is Hamiltonian formulation of mechanics. तो अब तक अपन सिर्फ Lagrangian काम में ले रहे थे. Lagrangian हमें पता है फंक्शन होता है QJ डॉट और T का. अब हम हमारी अप्रोच को चेंज करेंगे, हैमिल्टोनियन अप्रोच के अंदर हम जाएंगे. ऐसा हम क्यों कर रहे हैं, पहले अपन ये देखेंगे, फिर हम हमारी नई फॉर्मूलेशन जिसको कि हम हैमिल्टोनियन फॉर्मूलेशन कह रहे हैं वो डिस्कस करेंगे. Lagrangian is a function of QJ dot and T. Here QJ are generalized coordinates and they are independent coordinates. And QJ dot means time derivative of QJ. That means QJ dot is derived from QJ. That means these are independent, QJ are independent, T is independent, but QJ dot is a dependent variable on QJ. To remove this dependence, we are switching from this Lagrangian approach to a Hamiltonian approach. तो हम डिपेंडेंस हटाने के लिए Lagrangian अप्रोच से हैमिल्टोनियन अप्रोच के अंदर जा रहे हैं. अब इस हैमिल्टोनियन अप्रोच के अंदर हम क्या काम में लेंगे, एक नए इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल जिसको कि हम जनरलाइज्ड मोमेंटा कहते हैं वो हम काम में लेंगे. So we are taking new independent variables which are termed as generalized momenta. और generalized momenta हम पहले ही define कर चुके हैं that generalized momenta Pj is del L by del Qj dot. L क्या है, Lagrangian यहाँ पर है. तो डिपेंडेंस हटाने के लिए L अप्रोच से H अप्रोच के अंदर हम चेंज हो रहे हैं. तो हमारा जो हैमिल्टोनियन है वो फंक्शन होता है QJ का, PJ का और T का. तो हम चेंज कर रहे हैं बेसिस को QJ डॉट T से QJ, PJ और T में. तो अब मैं हमारी जो नई अप्रोच है Hamilton approach, that is termed as Hamilton canonical equation of motion, वो अब हम डिराइव करेंगे. हमने हैमिल्टोनियन की डिपेंडेंस ली है QJ, PJ और T के ऊपर. तो अब इस डिपेंडेंस की हेल्प से मैं इसका डेरिवेटिव निकाल रही हूँ. द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ H विल बी DH और इसको पार्शियल की टर्म्स में मैं एक्सप्रेस कर रही हूँ. क्या आ जाएगा ये, डेल H बाय डेल QJ dQJ फर्स्ट डिपेंडेंस से, सेकेंड डिपेंडेंस से डेल H बाय डेल PJ dPJ और थर्ड टर्म से डेल H बाय डेल T dt. तो ये मैंने डेरिवेटिव निकाला है H का यूजिंग डिपेंडेंस ऑफ H ऑन coordinates. Now I will use the definition of H. We have derived H as summation Pj Qj dot minus L. This was derived in my previous lecture. So now what I am doing is differentiating H to get dH. Differentiating first term, Qj dot constant, differential of Pj will be dPj, and the second term will be similar, Pj, differential of Qj dot is dQj, minus dL. We know that L depends on Qj, Qj dot, and T. So we can find out dL in terms of partial derivatives. So L depends on 3 terms. So I get these 3 terms in dL. Knowing the value of dL, I am putting it here. So I can get the value of dH. The so obtained value of dH is expressed by this expression. Now I am having 2 values of dH. The first expression of dH was obtained by the dependence of H on these 3 coordinates. That means dH expressed by equation 1. And the second equation of dH is obtained by this definition. So now what I will do, I will compare the coefficients of both expressions of dH. Since we know that generalized momenta Pj is defined as del L by del Qj dot. So in my fourth term, I am putting this to be Pj. And from the Lagrangian expression, I get that this is Pj. So I get the value of del L by del Qj to be equal to Pj dot. So using these 2 values, I get the value of dH expressed by equation 3. Now, as I have stated that I will compare the coefficients of these 2 expressions of dH. So comparing the coefficient of dPj, here what is the coefficient? Qj dot. Moving over to my first expression, the coefficient of dPj dot is del H by del Pj. Substituting them, I get this expression. Similarly, equating the coefficient of dQj, here I have Pj dot with the negative sign, and the first expression, the coefficient is del H by del Qj. So comparing the coefficients of dH, of the expression of dH, I get these 2 expressions. If there are n number of generalized coordinates, then I will have n such expressions and there will be n such expressions. So now we have 2n and this expression and n expression 4th P. These both are expressions are first order differential equation. So I have to solve 2n first order differential equation of motion. Earlier in Lagrangian approach, there were n number of Lagrangian equation of motion, and that expression was of second order. Now, as I have already stated that we have an advantage of using Hamiltonian approach, that now H depends on Qj, Pj and T, whereas L depend on Qj, Qj dot and T. Qj dot is a dependent coordinate on Qj because it is derivative of Qj. So we have advantage of using Hamilton approach. Now I will show that if a coordinate is cyclic in Lagrangian, then it will also be cyclic in H. What does cyclic means? Cyclic means that particular coordinate will not appear in L. I am assuming that QJ coordinate, it is a generalized coordinate, it does not appear in L. So if it is not appearing in L, that means differential of L with QJ should be 0. And what is del L by del QJ? It is Pj dot. So from the expression Pj dot equal to 0, integrating it, I can get Pj to be constant. And we have derived canonical equation of motion. Pj dot equal to minus del H upon del Qj. Now since Pj dot is 0, Pj dot is 0 here. So that means del H by del Qj is 0. What does del H by del Qj equal to 0 means? That Qj will also not appear in H, because differential of H with Qj is 0. So if a coordinate is cyclic in L, then it will also be cyclic in H. But what is the difference in both approaches? In Lagrangian approach, I am taking Qj to be cyclic, but Qj dot will still appear in L. Qj is not appearing, but Qj dot still appear in L. So in Lagrangian approach, only one variable is reduced. Now I am moving to my another approach, new approach, that is Hamiltonian approach. Here I am taking that let Qj to be cyclic. Then we know that the momentum corresponding to a cyclic coordinate will be constant, as H depends on Qj, Pj and T. So Qj will be constant and the momentum corresponding to Qj, which is Pj, it will be constant. So if there are n number of generalized coordinates, then what we have to do? We have to solve the expression. We have to solve the problem having 2n minus 2 variables. It can be clearly seen from here. Let Qn is cyclic. So I am having coordinates from Q1 to Qn minus 1. And the momentum corresponding to Qn will be constant. Let the constant momenta be alpha. That means Pn, I am putting Pn to be alpha. So what number of variables here are? N minus 1 here, N minus 1 here. So I am dealing with 2n minus 2 variables. So in L approach, the number of variable is reduced by 1 only, whereas in H approach, the mathematical problem gets easier because number of variable reduces by 2. Hence, the use of ignorable coordinate, it is more profitable in Hamiltonian approach as compared to our earlier approach, which is Lagrangian approach. So today we have derived important equations which are Hamilton canonical equation of motion. These Hamilton canonical equation of motion are Qj dot equal to del H by del Pj and Pj dot equal to minus del H upon del Qj. These are first order differential equation. So we have to deal with 2n first order differential equation in order to solve any problem. So in spite of Lagrangian of equation of motion, in our next lecture, we will discuss problems related to canonical equation of motion. Thank you, students, for watching.